Whoops, let me turn this down. What's up? It's D. You know what? I was thinking about this whole YouTube channel thing, and I don't know if you know this, but I have like this whole 21-day, challenge thing going on, and I was like, kind of basically showing folks how I went from like morbidly obese, and I'm really just trying to like show and share with people what had turned my life around in the hopes that, helping as many people and help saving as many lives and help saving as many families that deal and struggle with the same medical condition that I have, which is type 2 diabetes. And so what I'm doing now is I think I'm gonna try a different approach with this whole channel, and maybe just kind of like, instead of like saying it, maybe just like yank back the covers and actually show you how I do it every day. So that's what the premise of, I think maybe we'll just try a whole handful of videos. Who knows where this thing's gonna lead, but more than anything, I hope that it inspires you, that it really just kind of shows you like how it's kind of done, you know what I mean? Not maybe like I'm the only way or whatever. However, if there's anything that you could take from this, may it serve you well. You know what I mean? More than anything, just know right now that my heart is absolutely with you, that you have every single thing that it takes within you to crush type 2 diabetes on your own terms, and don't ever let anyone take that from you. All right? So anyways, I just came to the gym, but to give you a quick heads up as to what that looks like. Normally, I'll get up really early in the morning with my son, and we'll usually like wake up at like 4:30, get a whole bunch of work in, and then that way be at, basically be back home, so he can leave for school at 6. Now, today's a little bit of a different day. I had to go ahead and put off our 4:30 session. So now I just kind of got it in, and now I'm about to head to the office. So, if you want to see what my workouts look like, they all started with walking, but I'll go ahead and give you a peek right now. Now to the office. Okay, so we're headed to the office, and real quick before we get there, I want to like give you some stuff. Okay, so basically, all that exercise, if you will, actually started with walking, of all things. Okay, like all started with walking, and that's the like hands down probably the best exercise for type 2 diabetics. Like dang near no one ever talks about. Now, here's kind of how like my typical day works. So I'll do that in the morning, right? And then, we'll basically work until like lunchtime. Now, let me share with you the easiest fast ever, okay? And this all kind of started one day when I was working with a client, and like he had he was actually like eating healthy at the time. And then a buddy of his in the office shared with him intermittent fasting. Okay, and then what happened was this guy was, at the time, he was eating like celery sticks and like almonds and stuff like that, and then he pushed out his window, and he was so used to eating all the time that out of nowhere, going from like that to like going to, I think maybe like a 20-hour fast, or maybe like even a 16 or 18-hour fast, out of nowhere, he just, when he did have the chance to eat, he would go to like the Chinese food place and get like double entrees, you know what I mean, like the whole, like enough food for 2 people. And long story short, obviously he ended up overeating, way overeating on his calories, and ended up putting weight on, and it ended up being this crazy thing. So we all know, as type 2 diabetics, one of the best things that we can do is intermittent fasting, because like, let's say, and I'll share with you right now the easiest way to do it. So basically the easiest way that I've found is to basically stop eating at 8 o'clock at night. Okay, and then don't have anything to eat until 10 o'clock the next morning. This is typically, something that we almost all do every single day. And the reason why is because that's 14 hours fasted within, and then eating within a 10-hour window. The beautiful thing about that is that we can literally take that 14 hours, and instead of like pushing ourselves super hard, grow it at our own pace, 15 minutes at a time, right? So you're like, oh, hey, like, I'll typically work until like 11 o'clock or even 10:30 before I even know that I'm hungry. Awesome. Well, maybe push like just 15 minutes. Instead of pushing like another 4, 6, or 8 hours, 15 minutes, right? And the next thing you know, like you'll become super acclimated. It becomes super easy. And then you'll be able to ease your way in. Okay, super simple. So basically right now, just gonna get a bunch of work done, and then, have a meal later. All right, so yeah, we'll see you in a second. All right, so it was a crazy day here today. A lot went by. It kind of went by really, really fast. So I basically got two of these ribeye steaks or whatever. There's one obviously you can see under. And then I've got some broccoli with Alfredo sauce. This is a piece of garlic. Call me goofy, but whenever I make it fresh, as goofy as it sounds, I'll slow cook the butter inside, or I'll slow cook the garlic in the butter before I add all the other stuff. That will be super soft and like super, super flavorful. It won't be sharp at all. And then let's see, here's my number here. Let's do this. Wow, look at that. See, and that's a huge reason why I'm having crazy this way, because as we can see here, eating all those carbs yesterday has a little bit of a like a long tail effect, right? Kind of like has like a rippling effect after the fact, right? So anyways, that's a huge part of the reason why I'm gonna go, you know, a little more on the protein, maybe not so heavy on the carbs like I did yesterday. But anyway, here goes.